Welcome back
to the Project 4 broadcast. This is a very special interview.
Why?
Because right now we have an educated black queen, and it is our first queen on the show. Man.
How you feel? I don't know, being the first.
Yeah.
Set the tone for everybody. As you should, as you should. But, man, again, hey, we've been back, man. We're back with another interview. First off, before y'all do anything, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, man. Before y'all do anything, we got
ring
y'all
that
time.
bell.
We got y'all time.
And also, a very important thing, share with whoever you know, whether it's your mom, uncle, grandma, whoever.
Dog, sister, cousin.
Exactly. Just get it out there. When you go to school, if you in school, if you in college, you in that Zoom call, make sure you say something. Be like, hey, my people got the Project 4 broadcast. They interview a bunch of people. They talk around. We get around. So make sure, you do that.
He up today.
Yeah, because I'm high. We haven't did another interview in a minute. So, we here. So, introducing this special guest, Tori Favors.
Hi guys, my name is Tori. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Somewhere down here, my name will be somewhere down here.
What's your at?
At Tori XO.
At Tori XO.
Yeah.
With 2 underscores.
2 underscores.
Yeah. Okay. So, Tori, who are you?
I'm me. I'm lit. I'm me. I would like to say that I am a fun, energetic, kind, calm, sweet person.
Oh,
that even sound the part.
Yeah,
it sounded nice and calm. It got me. I'm convinced already.
I don't know who we interview. I'm like, it's a stranger.
Okay. Since we're talking about who you are, I guess we like to do here because we like to assume that nobody knows anybody.
Yeah.
So we just had you like a brief little how was it like growing up for you?
Like where you from, all of that,
mm-hmm.
all that type of information.
Well, I grew up in the Oak Park area, although I would like to say that I grew up in 2 areas. My mother worked the day shift, so I was always in the city over my grandma's house. I'm 23, a newly grad from a HBCU.
Hey.
I graduated from South Carolina State University.
Ooh, shout out to South Carolina State
Shout out to
University.
y'all.
Shout out to y'all.
With honors.
Oh.
Okay, you got gang signs too?
Oh.
Throw something up. Throw something up.
That's racist.
She had one though. Anyway,
That is kind of racist. What else? What else y'all want to know?
It's not what we want to know. It's what the streets want to know.
I mean, that's really it.
That's pretty much good though. That's pretty much good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we could talk about a little bit about school because you already mentioned going to a HBCU. First off, where you go to high school?
I went to Berkeley. I hated it. All right, shout out to Berkeley High School, but I hated it. The culture was not for the culture. When I went there, I was the only black person in the class for real. My mama, she had took us out of Oak Park schools, and I was before then, I never interacted with a Caucasian person. So for me, it was a culture shock. I felt like the poor kid. I felt just that I didn't even know how to interact with the other students. So going to a HBCU was the best decision I ever made. The best decision I ever made, for real.
Wow. So, because we hear a lot of people that didn't enjoy that high school experience.
Yeah.
And how did you say kind of going to a HBCU was kind of a place where you feel like you fit more?
Hey, you got to really experience your culture.
Oh my Lord, my dog.
Oh, BJ.
BJ,
the talking dog.
Say what's up to everybody, BJ. Hold on, we're gonna use you real quick on your thumbnail. Hold on.
Yeah.
You have to cover his part.
Yeah. But that's really important. I think a lot of people don't think about that. That I guess your home after or where you're gonna be after high school just because you had a bad experience in high school don't mean necessarily that you could be the same in college, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So.
For anybody that's viewing, like if you're black, go to a HBCU at least for if not undergrad, grad. I promise you will not regret it. It'll be the best 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. If you flunk out, it'll be the best flunk out you ever experienced, ever. Like seriously.
Okay, so I guess how did the HBCU even get on your radar?
Yeah.
Were you already know that you were gonna do this, or did you see Stump the Yard and you was like, oh, I wanna, you know what I'm saying? That's what I wanna be with it.
Honestly, I really don't know like the day when I was like, I'm about to go to a HBCU. I just knew that I wanted to go. I went on like an HBCU tour my 11th grade year, and oh my God, I was having too much fun. Like the first school that was like on like my list was FAMU, and when we went down there, it was like a festival, and I had pulled so many numbers. I had a blast, but I was like, I can't go here because I'll flunk out. I was having too much fun, so I can't really remember like the day where I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to a HBCU. I just knew it felt like home. No matter which HBCU I visited, it felt like home.
Wow. So it just kind of like, I feel that. Kind of like it just stood out to you. Kind of like you kind of was almost moved in that direction without even like noticing.
Yeah.
Like when people say they're going to Africa, like we say we going to Africa, we get there and like that feeling of, the motherland, you know what I mean? Like you.
In the HBCU.
Yeah. I mean,
And homecomings, listen, I can't even tell y'all about my homecoming because I don't even remember half of them. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Homecoming, it's like a homecoming week. We got concerts. I think my favorite concert was probably like Gunna. Gunna came. I think it was Gunna and Black Youngster or something.
That's facts though. A lot of they do only come to they do.
Yeah.
They really do. Okay. I mean, and they do a lot of radios and like Breakfast Club and all them. They do come out to the HBCUs and show mad love and be giving away stuff like
all the time.
Literally all the time.
It's one drunk week, like homecoming week. You're drunk from Monday to Sunday, literally. The teachers already know that everybody's gonna be drunk. People come in class drunk, and they cancel class most of the time. And that's like the best part about going to a HBCU too, though. Like your teachers look like you, they understand you, and they really push you to be better. Like I really owe my teachers and my advisor, Dr. Brown, I owe you everything, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been pushed as hard as I was.
That's really important.
That's beautiful.
That's really important too, cause
we don't like. It's hard to find teachers nowadays and administration that really care about their students and what they're doing and like the direction they're heading towards, and like it's just such a beautiful thing to hear.
And on top of that, to be real with y'all, to be black, I've worked in a school district before, and those kids, like, to see a young black man there and to like, oh man, about this rapper, or about this TV show, or you got tattoo, it's more relatable. It's like, okay, he a teacher and he cool. Like maybe I could be a teacher and be cool like him instead of being a rapper, or just like the stereotype of what you can be to make it out. So you said Dr. Brown?
Yeah, Dr. Brown.
Shout out Dr. Brown, man.
She was my advisor. I couldn't get a B in the class. Like she was on my ass, like for real.
So, what's your college name again that you went to?
South Carolina State University.
South Carolina State. Man, you've been to Carolina?
Yeah, I have been to Carolina.
I love Carolina. It's something about Carolina.
Yeah. I've only been to like the touristy area. I've never been to like the actual campus or anything like that.
Oh man. I mean, like one thing about an HBCU, it don't matter which campus you on, it all feels like just lit. It's just a home feeling. I really can't describe it. Like you would have to actually go on a campus to understand what I'm talking about. How did
you find your way to this campus then? How did you choose out of so many that that feel good? How did you end up here? That campus felt more like home than like any other campus. And I had already knew people that went there, so it was just even better, honestly.
How do you feel about people of other races and ethnicities going to HBCU?
We had like Russians. Like one of my roommates, my freshman year, she was Russian. She was rude as hell, but she was Russian. You had some. It was rare, but you had some Caucasians. A HBCU doesn't mean like, oh, you can't come if you're not black. It's just a historic black college. It has like a lot of history to it, and you just gonna get the best of the best from the HBCU, honestly.
Now, I don't want to get it like, since we talked about like, obviously it's somewhere where you party, have a good time, have fun, but like I don't want it to be looked at as if this is not like a school though. Like people, like smart people coming up out of there.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, BJ. 9 times out of 10, when you see a doctor in a black coat, 9 times out of 10, she either went to undergrad or grad from a HBCU. A lot of the congressmen, the black congressmen, they're like HBCU grads. Morehouse, shout out to Morehouse, shout out to Clark Atlanta. They be pushing out some educated people. Like, big ups to them.
Let me pause this real quick. Can we just close the blind, maybe?
Like congressmen, like 9 times out of 10, when you see somebody that's black and like prestigious, they graduated from HBCU. So it's not always like all fun and games. But that's the thing about a HBCU. You get like fun and then you get like education. Like it's really, you really plugged in as a black person at a HBCU. They'll make sure you'll get into the top accounting firm or you'll get into the nice hospitals. They got plugs everywhere, especially when it comes to like their STEM programs. Science, I was a part of the science program. I was a biology major, chemistry minor, and woo.
Not easy, bro.
It's not easy, but I met so many black dentists, doctors, lab assistants, biologists, all types of scientists. And I really owe that to my HBCU. Like I seen a black doctor in front of my face. And I don't see that here.
That's true.
I've never seen one before, but I seen one at a HBCU.
That's another beautiful. Man, it really hits because
it's just heartwarming to hear.
It's the truth. You really don't. And a lot of times we grow up thinking that these are jobs that are
only certain people could obtain.
Yeah, that are reserved for a certain color. Honestly, so that just probably pushed you on another level. You wouldn't even like just being around greatness, all the time. And that's too, like, your environment is huge.
It
when
will
you put yourself around, will just like make you a better person almost without you even have to try as hard. Being around good energy and good people.
Yeah.
Was leaving home hard for you? To come from, Oak Park, little Oak Park.
Hell no.
No, okay.
I got the fuck up out of here. Let me tell you something. If you have an opportunity to leave home, take your ass. Wherever you going, it don't matter if it's Ohio. Take your ass up out of here. Experience different people, different cultures, different vibes. I love the South. I plan on moving back to the South. Like, me being here is just temporary. I plan on going right back down South and having fun and enjoying my life. Like, if you can go.
What you like most about it? Everybody probably off rip thing on it's the weather, but like it's really good. Like, or people are different.
Yeah, do you have other reasons besides like weather and stuff?
Oh yeah, like the southern, what is that, hospitality, man?
Yeah, it's real.
It's real. Like when I came down here, people was like, "Why you so rude?" And I'm like, I'm not rude.
She peaceful.
You soft. Like am I rude or you just soft? But I had to realize that coming from up north. That Detroit mentality, that's a real thing. Like the attitude and everything else, that's real. Like, I had to get out of that real quick.
So you would say like going down there and coming back made you like more of a peaceful person?
Oh yeah, like now I'm saying yes ma'am, no ma'am. Like,
really?
Yeah.
That take you far.
I know, right? Big change, right? A big change.
Yeah, that's huge. So, would you say like there would be any cons to the HBCU lifestyle?
Hell no.
Okay.
Not one.
Okay. No.
Not one.
Not one.
Now you
the bathroom.
The only thing. Wait. The only thing that financial aid. Y'all need to get y'all shit
that's
together.
everywhere.
No, hell no. When you go to a HBCU, that financial aid, you for 8 hours. Like you ain't gonna get your refund until like months after. Like that's the only con. But other than that, it's sweet. It's good. It's all life is good.
Okay. So saying that, so you said your majors and everything. So
is it the same major? I forgot. Did you switch? Or
oh no, I stayed a biology major the whole time.
The whole time.
Okay. What do you do? What are your dreams and aspirations? Like
what are my dreams and aspirations?
Yeah, what are your dreams and aspirations?
Well, I'm debating between PA and nurse practitioner.
What is that? Just kind of quick brief.
People don't know what
so
that
like
is.
a nurse practitioner, 9 times out of 10, when you go into a hospital and you see somebody with a white coat on, it doesn't always mean that they're a doctor. Nurse practitioners are like doctors that don't have to go to med school, if that makes sense. PAs are physician assistants, so they're like the assistant of the physician. So like nurse practitioners get paid a little bit more than PAs, but they're both like 6 figures. So you're gonna be making bank, and then you can own your own practice as an NP and give back to your community. And because it's important for people that look like us to get into these hospitals and make sure we straight, as COVID has taught us.
So that's your goal, is to just kind of like.
My goal is I want to open my own pediatric urgent care. Just one. I'll start off with one, and then I want to be able to like open different ones in like different cities. Maybe one in Chicago, maybe one in Charlotte. So therefore, I'll be able to make money and not having to leave the house for real.
Hey, that's important.
That's what it's all about.
What she just said there is really like, passive income. And obviously that's a topic for another video, but it's really important to have different streams of income. That's all I'm gonna say about it so far, but she already know that. And that, just start thinking that way, put you ahead of almost more than half people in the world. Especially at this age.
More than half of the people in the world, honestly.
For being honest with y'all.
Yeah. I think it's like 90% of people our age don't. I think it's like 90% of people our age don't realize things like that, like different streams of income and like that.
Yeah, financial literacy is unfortunately just not taught, and a lot of people have to seek it out on their own. A lot of people don't have that natural urge to seek it out on their own.
Yeah.
So things just happen. But anytime we get to preach that or say something about that is really important for us, and it's like she's been saying all video. The culture is really important for us to teach and help one another come up, man. Let go of that Detroit mentality, you know what I'm saying, and treat each other better.
Okay, speaking of life experiences and going through things, would you say you have any certain like effects to your mental in the way you think, through your life?
Oh yeah, like when you graduate college, it's not always like sunshine and butterflies. Like you're gonna go through a stage where you're just like, okay, what am I about to do? When I graduated, I can admit I graduated last May. We didn't have like a graduation ceremony or anything, but when I graduated, I was depressed. Like I was so depressed. My stepfather had passed in March, and it just took me on like a whole emotional roller coaster. I probably cried for like 5 months straight every day. Like every day. Mental, I think as a community, it's important for us to understand that mental health is real. Depression, anxiety, it's real. It's not nothing that you can turn off and just turn back on whenever you feel like it. You may wake up one morning and you just be sad as hell and you don't even know why. It's important to understand it and say, okay, I'm having an issue, something's going on, and heal.
We have a video. I just gotta say, she didn't on purpose.
Yeah.
She said it and brought it up.
That was completely natural.
That was meant for us to do this shameless plug, man. We have a video, but we just put up, and because we care about y'all, man. This is our interview, but we do have a video up on anxiety. It was actually our last video, and the things that she's saying is
very true to form.
Yeah. So you go ahead, continue.
I have two books that I would suggest to like anybody that's going through like anxiety. One is called After the Rain by Alex Eel. I believe she's a black author. Um, and it really helped me through my darkest days. Also, shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Um, when I was going through my worst, even in school, like his music got me through everything. Like I owe a lot to his music because that's what really got me through the day. And to anybody that lost a parent, be able to grieve. Go through your grieving process. You can't just work it off. You can't ignore it. Understand me when I tell you. Go through your process, grieve, and then heal. That's the only way, you're going to get through anything that you're going through.
And that goes with like, I'm sorry to cut you off again, but like drugs and all that, masking how you feel makes it work. You really have to sit and feel everything and feel it so you can, get over it. And when the feeling comes back, I always say like, it don't get the days, they don't get easier, but you just get better. You get better at handling them. Every day ain't gonna be, nice all the time. But when you go because she went through something, she's stronger. If she has to go through it again, she can navigate through that storm better than before.
Because you have to realize that every day the sun gonna come up and the moon gonna come up. Like every day is like while you laying in your bed, the days is just passing you by, passing you by, passing you by. So what are you gonna do? You can't just sit here. Like your loved one that you lost, whether it was your dad or your mom or a lot of people lost their entire family through COVID. You have to be willing to heal. Like talk it out, say it out loud. I'm not okay. And it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to have anxiety. That stuff is very real. And if it's uncured, it can really go into some other stuff that you don't want to be in that dark rabbit hole. You don't want to be in there. Trust me.
So, how do you feel about therapy? Because if
people
you're African American, it's a big stigma as far as like therapy is something that growing up you see like crazy kids say, I got a friend named Johnny, my imaginary friend, and then they like put them in therapy, and black people look at that like, oh my kid's not going to no therapy, my kid ain't crazy, but really it's just having somebody to talk to that's unbiased, that not going to judge
professional.
You. Yeah, how you feel about therapy?
Take your ass to therapy. If you need to go to therapy, take your ass to therapy. Therapy is great. I've been in therapy and it helps to have like a professional talk to you. If I wasn't like a PA or a nurse practitioner, I would have been a therapist. Like I would have went to school for like psychology and like a psychologist. Yeah. My mom actually went to school for that. Like your mental health controls every other thing in your body. If your brain is not okay, nothing else is okay. Like go to therapy. It's so many around like your local area. You have so many black therapists, social workers. Reach out and go to therapy if you need to.
Okay. So what are some things besides, you already said reading and kind of like the music, but some things that you had to do every day that maybe you didn't want to? Because like people, it's hard to be happy. It's really easy to be negative because all you have to do is sit there. But to get up and force yourself to do things that you just don't want to do is a battle in itself. Like, do you have any strategies or any rules? Like 1, 2, 3, we gonna go. Like I know this is good for me. I gotta go.
Well, for me, it was just the simple task of like getting out of bed. Like that was very draining for me. Like I tell a lot of people don't know, but like a lot of those pictures on my Instagram, like in the months through like March, probably until now, I was hurt. Like the pictures that I looked the best, got over 2,000 likes on, I was hurting. But I had to do something. Like I put on a face full of makeup, put on an outfit, and just went to go take a picture or something just to try to like go back to normal. Like for me, that was one of the biggest things that I did. And a lot of people don't know that. But if you zoom in, I got bags and shit under my eyes. Like I was going through it. But it was like enough was enough. Like it was enough was enough. Once my thoughts started getting like darker and darker, I couldn't, enough was enough.
Sounds like you're a very strong, resilient person.
I try to be.
So saying that, do you feel like this whole virus and everything and not being as sociable, like, do you feel like that affected you also?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. You had to sit in here and you couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't go like to the mall. Like, for me, I like shopping. When I'm stressed, I just buy stuff. and I couldn't just go out like I usually could before. I couldn't distract myself. Like outside is kind of like a bunch of distractions. So when you had to sit here with yourself and you're just blank mind, man.
Do you feel?
Wait.
Let me. I get to that.
Go ahead.
Do you feel like that whole sitting with yourself and thinking, like just thinking to yourself, do you feel like that made you a stronger person? Like, do you feel like that created that forced you to like kind of evolve as a person because you have time to sit and just.
It forced me to figure it out and heal. It forced me to. I went through every emotion. Let's be clear. I went through every emotion possible, trying to get back to who I was. And I think sitting in the house. If I wasn't sitting in the house, I probably would have been able to avoid it and push it back some more. But sitting in the house, I had to like really think of, all my traumas, and I had to face them head on, and I had to heal from them.
That's where I was gonna say before even you got me, the illness has been a blessing in disguise. I don't think a lot of people realize. A lot of people suffer, yes, because a lot of people don't know how to deal with being by themselves and bringing up everything that they bury deep down
for so long.
This is gonna be quick, short, but like you have to deal with those things. As they will come up and they'll bother you, they'll disrupt you in times of your life where maybe you might lose a partner, or just times of your life where you want to grow and it's still holding you back and you don't know why you act the way you act, and it's because you never sat with yourself and just felt everything. Go through every emotion like she said, because you owe it to yourself. You really do.
You can't be your best self until you heal. You want to be the best girlfriend, you want to be the best doctor, you want to be the best nurse, best engineer. You can't do that until you are healed and one. Like you are healed. You have to heal.
So, during that time in your life, was there anybody that you felt, that you could talk to? You was there for relationships, like whether it was a boyfriend or...
What was crazy was like I was in a relationship post to my father passing, and then after he passed, like probably a few days later, we broke up. So I didn't even have time to even grieve about the loss of that relationship because I was so busy grieving about, the passing of them on. Like that was, I didn't have anybody. I had myself. And, that's okay because I feel like that helped me too. Like I was by myself, so I had to figure it out by myself. You have to do for yourself by yourself first, and then you can do for yourself with somebody else, if that makes sense.
Oh, that whole concept of like loving yourself.
You have to,
and then knowing in turn of loving yourself, because we're all people, you understand the needs of somebody else, and you build up the compassion for yourself, which you can easily have compassion for somebody else.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense.
That was a whole like self-love journey. Like it was. I love it. I wouldn't change anything. Like I'm grateful for that.
Do you feel like you're still on your self-love journey?
Oh yeah, every day. It's a way you can heal, do better, learn more. Every day. It's a process.
Okay, so what is your view, kind of like on relationships? Because obviously we kind of live in a time where I feel personally it's a little toxic, less love. And I think it's almost kind of cool to not be in love, even though people, I truly feel like, because it's a calling. Love is a thing we all feel and need.
It's a natural.
Yeah. But it's just popular to like, F that man, F that girl, I'm out here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. All right, so how do you feel about relationships?
I've never been the type of person that try to say all guys are the same. Niggas ain't shit. That's never been me because honestly, all people aren't the same. Like I've dated various types of people. They were all different in their own ways. And that's a part of the healing process. You don't want to be bitter. Male or female, you don't want to be bitter. Anybody that's out here like that, and I apologize if this is you, but you're bitter and you need to heal.
You bitter.
You're bitter. You're bitter.
It's you. You know who? Tell them they know who they are.
Yeah, y'all know who y'all are, man.
You know who you are.
We ain't gonna name drop. But,
you can heal though. You know, you can always heal up.
Yeah, so you can be the best person and have a nice, healthy relationship. Because I don't like toxic shit. I think social media does a terrible job at trying to glorify like
toxicity.
Yeah, and that shit ain't cute. I don't like it. I'd rather be healthy and happy than toxic and depressed. Like all that hitting and cussing. No, I don't do that. It's
very
not cute.
Draining. Really.
Very draining mentally, and it's very negative. You don't want no negative energy around your aura. Just cleanse your aura. Protect your energy.
What you know about aura energy?
Yeah, what you know frequencies and vibrations? I mean, look at where we around. We got some plants around here. We got Buddha mans and all type of stuff. So I gotta ask now because that's something I love. I really love spirituality as I've gotten into it, and obviously finding religion. But I really love spirituality. Are you? Because you said something that it stuck out to me. You said auras and all that stuff. Do you really believe? And just not being woke, because everybody wants to say that, but to really go out here and become one with everything and everybody and grow yourself inwards and out, because you believe that your inward world, your inward self, manifest everything out here, Yeah.
Well, a lot of my beliefs came from my brother. Shout out to Teron.
Teron.
Yeah.
We gonna get you on here, man.
Yeah, get him on here.
We gonna get you on here, man. You watching it? I know you watching.
He meditates a lot. And before
I love him.
I started to meditate, I used to see him meditate, and I just seen like a shift in his energy. He became a little bit more calmer, and it helped him with like a lot of his battles. So I started to meditate, and like the first time I meditated, it felt so refreshing. Like it felt amazing. And I'm like, hold on, I really like this shit. So I started looking into it, like the sharakas and the whole holistic healing and the eating, and you really feel a difference. I
feel like they think we be lying, Tori.
Facts.
I swear we don't tell them to say
people
this
say
stuff.
what they want to say. People think what they want to think, but don't knock it till you try it.
Facts. It's the food, the music, the mint, like
the food, especially.
It's what you put into your body.
You feel different. Everything we need is already here. And that's coming from a science major who work with all types of medicine.
That's important.
Oh.
Everything we need is already here.
She got credibility.
Like, if, when I start practicing, I'm not going to always push medicine. It's so many natural remedies out here that actually works.
How do you feel about Eastern medicine?
Like what?
So,
like Eastern medicine as in... Have you ever heard of Dr. Savvy before?
Oh,
Savvy.
yeah, that's my guy.
Savvy, my bad.
Shout out to him and his family, and rest in peace.
Nipsey put me hip to him.
Oh, I was hip to him before then. Mm-hmm. We talked about him in the HBCU. That's how you learn. That's what you learn at HBCUs. They teach you the real shit, not the fake shit.
Wow.
I think he was a genius. And I think he needs to be called doctor because that's the way he think. It's some doctor shit. Like, I wish I could have visited him and went to him. Anything he would have said to me, that's golden. Honestly, I think his practices and his beliefs and everything that he did for him and his people is...
Yeah, the testimonies from people that, they got healed from Dr. Sebi or did any of his meal plans or, like, any of that stuff is amazing. Really amazing. And, yeah, that's crazy. They talk about that in school because he kind of like a secret. Yeah. Honestly.
But not to us. He's not a secret.
Yeah, if you know, you know. But
honestly, any sickness, any disease, it can be healed by natural things. There's so many things out here, especially in Africa. Oh my goodness, so many herbs, plants. Everything you need is here. So don't let the pharmacies try to fool you. They're just a big money industry, believe it or not. And that's literally coming from somebody that had been in labs, then worked with medicine and made all types of medicine, aspirin, all that shit. It's too much chemicals in that shit. Why do all that when you can just go outside and go to your backyard and get some herbs? When I was little, when I fell and I had a scrape on my knee, my grandma didn't, put no medicine on me. I had aloe vera and it worked just as fine. So...
It's a reason for them home remedies.
Tell y'all she's certified, and y'all just need to listen to what she's saying.
Yeah, man, this is literally. Honestly, great advice. Simple.
Man.
Great advice. Man, I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
I've been a big... it's hard to tell people that because it's all that they've known. And it's all that we've...
pushed in our faces.
Every day. And it's glorified to... because one of my biggest things is, taking the easy way out. And for that being, if you want to lose weight, you just go get a tummy tuck, or if you want to just take some pills. But like most people, like with surgery, a lot of people I found out, like you hear the doctor will say, this don't need surgery, but you can have surgery. Mm-hmm. But most people opt in for the surgery because the recovery process might be too hard. You know what I'm saying? And things like surgery, people don't understand, it like changes you. It could change everything in you, opening you up and stuff like that. So, really, yeah, everything you need is here. Man,
honestly. And like the human body is like it's a self-cleaning,
healing.
Everything you need is already in you. So you don't want to put any toxins or anything that can potentially harm that natural cleansing out of your body. You don't want to do that. My advice as a science major is, before you try to take hardcore medicine, it's always a natural way. And just try that.
What would you also define as hardcore medicine? Because I feel like people could think something that is hardcore medicine, think something that's not hardcore medicine really is in our reality.
Like blood pressure medicine. Just stop eating the bullshit that you eat. Simple. Honestly, you don't know how good food is until you try it. Like if you take out salt from your diet, slowly, eventually you won't even miss it no more. It would just taste like it tastes. You don't want to have high blood pressure, but you're sitting here and you're eating all this pork, all this swine, all this unhealthy stuff.
Just
drink some water, eat some fruit, and watch how your blood pressure goes.
Make those lifestyle changes. I think that's people, it's always you hear diet. I'm doing this for a week, or I'm doing this for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then they're like, I tried it, it didn't work. And it's you have to do this for your life. Yeah. It's an ongoing, just like mental health, it's every day, every day evolving, changing, and learning more about yourself. Take better care of yourself for longevity. It's not just a week thing, or 2 weeks, or a month, or 3 months. It's go, really do this.
We lifestyle here at the Project 4 broadcast. Don't forget that. Yeah. Lifestyle.
It's a book called Blue Zones. You can find it on Amazon somewhere. It's really, it looks into the diets of people overseas. I'm not really sure where, but they have plant-based diets, and they have the longest lifespan over there. So they looked into their diet, and they're like, wow, everybody over here is living so long. And it's really because of their diet.
Man, you keep mentioning books. I gotta ask, how were you always a reader? And I know your sister, was always a reader. Was your mom? Did your mom is that just something that y'all had to do growing up?
We went to the library a lot. My mom reads a lot, so I just picked it up from her. Reading is important. Always read, no matter how old you get, no matter how big technology is. Reading is very important. Read, because you never know what you can find out from a damn book.
What about those kids that's in school that's man, I read when I have to, but the difference in reading a book they made you read and going to pick a book that you're interested in is more entertaining than TV to me. And I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people that hated reading just because of school. But when I got into self-help books and things, because I didn't always have a role model around me, but I started finding that in books, and I started finding the answers that I needed and that I can get on my own or from the people around me. That's my connection with why I love them so much, because that's why they're there. Because you can't learn everything, but it's there, for you. People have wrote these books so you don't have to make the same mistakes, or try something out.
Read. Don't be a dummy. Read.
Don't be a dummy.
Read. And that's going to help your ass in college, too, for real, because you get in college and you don't like to read, and then you get that goddamn test, and you got a damn 65 or a damn 40 on it. You're going to be looking dumb. and you're gonna be sick about it.
Not a 40.
Man, for real. Like, for real. Them books in college, they be expensive as hell, but read.
Yes.
Everything you need is in that damn book. It'll teach you a lot.
So, Tori. These are the questions for the streets. Right
Okay.
now. So.
Oh, God.
Okay. We did it for y'all.
Yeah. What's your go through Instagram? Are you an influencer?
Or do you want to be an influencer?
I'm just me, man. People be sending me stuff. I don't be asking for them to do it. Like, I wouldn't consider... I'm so humble. Like, I don't really consider myself like a influencer or anything. People just send me shit. And I think it's dope.
Ooh.
Like,
okay.
I don't really, like... People be like, how you get all those followers? I don't know. I don't know these people. They just follow me. I don't know.
True.
I don't have any goals. You know, the only goal that I do have, if I was to say I have a goal, it is to reach out to people and show people that, you know, even though I look a certain way, I still struggle with mental health. Like I've always said in my stories, if you're going through something, DM me. You know, it will never get outside the DMs. We can have a whole conversation. I have had so many conversations with people through Instagram about like mental health or, you know, just reaching out to people and making sure that they're okay. Like that, I do that a lot. So if you ever follow me on Instagram and you're having like a shitty day or you're just having a bad spend in your life, my DMs are open to everybody that have like bad days and struggle mentally.
Wow.
So that's y'all answer.
Way better than what I expected. Oh my God, man. That's beautiful. Again, that's beautiful. Wow. It's same for us. Like if you feel the same way, or if y'all feel the same way, bro, the Project for a Broadcast, come talk to us, man. Cause like she been saying this whole time, mental health is a real problem these days, man. It's a real issue.
It's running rampant around these parts.
Yeah, ain't no joke. So talk to her, shout yourself out again, please.
Yeah.
My Instagram name is ToriXO with a dot and 2 underscores.
Okay, and is there anything, I guess, besides what you said in the future, anything they could be looking out for?
Yeah, what you got going on in your life right now?
Anything covered up that's like, or something you want to just say or shout, just anything to like close this off with?
Somebody? Stay tuned. I ain't gonna talk you to death. Stay tuned. You know, it only gets better from here. Greatness is coming, and we lit.
All right then. So that is a wrap on this episode of Project 4 Broadcast. Make sure y'all check us out. Check Tori out. Show her love.
Definitely.
All of that.
Yeah. Stay up to date with her, man. Keep checking up on her. And because, I mean, I'm going to be following that. This is beautiful. Eye-opening. One of the best interviews we had. Same with y'all. We want to create a community of love and like, you know, just a safe place to be, man. So y'all watching this video here, man, y'all look out for her. Facts. You know, you see her in the street, say you seen her from here.
Facts.
Just anything. Just like
just go up and talk to her. That's what she love, and just
keep spreading that positivity.
Stay in the store
if you're a weirdo, stay the hell away from me.
Don't
do
none of that
weirdo shit.
None of that stuff, but you know, and keep 6 feet too.
6 feet.
6 feet too.
Yeah. We don't do that.
But if you see her, Tori, I seen you.
Yeah, just like that.
But hey, again, like, comment, subscribe, share this to anybody. Okay, share this. Comment down below if you had any if she said anything that really resonated with you. If you had any struggles, if you want to talk, how it made you feel. Share this with anybody that could benefit from hearing her story. And college, mental health, all those things that we covered. Share this with anybody. You know, like, subscribe, stay tuned. Hey man, we out. We love y'all, man. And go check out our last video.
Facts.